The show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen. Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern / producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Tuesday, July 5th, 2022. You want to reach out to me? I got the phone lines open, 407-270-3044. Once again, that is 407-270-3044. Iggy T showing up right at the beginning. I got my buddy Fish on J. Yo, can't message in. Driving back to the shop. I got Gary, Power Pig, Mellow. Hello. All right, so if it's not great, then I'm going to log out. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second. Fuck me. Away from StreamYard. Fuck me. Does it sound better now? Mr. Vulture, does it sound better? Because I mean, listen, I don't have a great voice. Reset again? Or is this like, no, I'm sorry. All right, so it's good. It's good. All right. Awesome. Yeah, come get this receipt. You know, it's funny. I was looking for content right before the show, and Stone Cold Steve Austin was talking about giving somebody a receipt. He was talking about how he was wrestling the Big Boss Man. And Big Boss Man was clotheslining him right in the throat. And Austin had to completely give him a receipt to respect him a little bit. You know, I don't know if a lot of people realize that come get this receipt shirt that I had with the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, you got to give somebody a receipt when they give you a stiff hit. I was debating on what I was going to go into first. But there was another mass shooting this past weekend. And I'm a big proponent of the Second Amendment, but I also realize that like something absolutely has to be changed because now even here in Florida, and I have the story here in Orlando, in downtown Orlando during the fireworks at Lake Eola. There wasn't even a shooting. There was not even a shooting, people. And people were injured because they thought there was a shooting and people ran for their lives and everything. And a lot of people don't realize this. Human stampedes, human crushes are, they don't happen as much as mass shootings do. But when it comes as in a whole of just one event, human stampedes, human crushes are one of the most deadliest things that you could ever encounter.
From every angle, chaos, confusion, and carnage. A July 4th celebration through the center of town transformed into a mass casualty incident.
Active shooter call in Highland.
Now, how this shooting was a little bit different is this guy was like at that Texas bell clock tower shooting. He decided to get a higher advantage. And he just started to like take people out. Thank you, Tuddle Mark, sharing 100 bits. Thank you so much. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm against the Second Amendment. I'm not at all. And, you know, Gary brings up a great point. I mean, think about it. What are fireworks? They're to recreate the sounds of war, gunfire, bombs. The fact that we love it so much and we're surprised there's so many people dying. I mean, Gary, it's an absolutely great point. If you guys, last night, I did not end up doing a show, but I walked down to the pier, the river where they were doing the fireworks display here in Edgewater. And I got to tell you, for a small little town, Edgewater, Florida, like they came in strong. And if you guys want to watch it, I streamed it live last night. It is available on all of my platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. It is all available there. And I would love to get your feedback. I don't want you to do it now. I want you to watch what I'm doing. But I would love your comments on whatever platform you watch the content that I put out. But I can understand, like, if you were a sicko and you wanted to do a mass shooting, you would do it during the 4th of July. Now, this happened in the morning, during the day, so I'm sure there might have been firecrackers and stuff like that, but you weren't getting those big fireworks going off. I watched the Macy's fireworks extravaganza that happened up in New York. If you wanted to kill somebody in the New York area, last night would have been the perfect night because nobody would have ever like thought twice about hearing a gunshot. They'd be like, oh yeah, that's the fireworks. Man, it's crazy how much money that they spent up in New York on that fireworks display. Holy shit.
Police say the gunman took a sniper-like position, firing onto the parade from a roof using a high-powered rifle.
I picked up my kids and we ran again. I put them in a garbage dumpster and then I ran back to look.
Okay. I'm sorry. A lot of people, what? You threw your kids in a garbage dump? No, that's pretty smart. Seriously, that is smart as fuck to throw your kids in a dumpster to protect them and then go back and get other people. Now, I know this guy was firing with an AR-15. I still think you're safer in a dumpster if your old man dropped you off in it.
For my partner and her daughter, and I saw people shot on the ground.
The attack sending crowds scrambling, panicked parents trying to protect their children.
Just this horrific pow, pow, pow.
Man.
And then you heard people screaming bodies down.
That guy was going off, man. I mean, come on, let me rewind that a little bit. Listen to the gunshots.
And then you heard people screaming bodies down, run for your life. That's what I heard.
Dr. David Baum, along with Dr. Lauren Schechter, were at the parade with their families, initially running for safety, then turning back around and treating the wounded.
All of a sudden, there was a stampede of people coming, and then I realized it was gunshots, and I literally just thought to myself, this is how it's going to end.
At least 6 people shot and killed, more than 30 injured. The doctor.
All right. So what I'm about to say, I don't want anybody to think like I'm underplaying what happened up in Highland Park in Chicago. But when I hear only 6 people died, does it make me a bad person that I'm like, oh, well, at least it was not in double digits. At least it wasn't in the 30s. At least it wasn't in the 40s. At least it wasn't like Las Vegas. Are we really just becoming desensitized? And once again, I support the Second Amendment. You're not going to get rid of all the guns. You're not. You're not going to be able to get rid of all the guns. It's that barn door closed a long time ago. But I thought about that today. Yesterday I heard about it. I was like, oh, only 6 people died? Only 6 people died? Are we becoming, as American citizens, desensitized to it? I really think we are.
Couldn't believe what they were seeing.
It was quite a horrific scene.
As first responders tried to save lives, authorities launched a county-wide dragnet looking for the shooter. More than 8 hours later, a North Chicago police officer spotted the person they were looking for, attempted a traffic stop before the man led police on a short pursuit. This video appears to show the man whom police say can be considered a suspect on the ground.
All right. Hold on. I need to get a little bit of water before I go into this. I can't play the video. I can't play the video of the suspect up in Akron, Ohio, who is African American, that got shot over 60 times. 60 times. Now, I will admit that he made a lot of dumb mistakes. But I also don't know about his experience with cops. some people would like to say that he was trying to use his car to attack police. No, he wasn't. That car was rolling. He was not hitting the gas. He was not trying to run over cops. Now, with some of the reports I've heard, he had a gun in the car, but he bailed out of the car, did not have a gun on him. Early reports were that he shot at the cops. And I know some people are going to, if he just would have obeyed orders and stuff like that. That black guy got shot 60 times. The body camera footage is so disturbing. And what I'm trying to say is that this white kid, couldn't they have just killed him and saved us a lot of time and effort? And I'm not trying to say just because he was white, he didn't get shot as many times as this dude up in Akron, Ohio did. But seriously, just think about it. I mean, Gary, what is Gary? Gary say? Gary says, nonetheless, he didn't kill anyone. Guy in Kentucky killed 3 cops and wounded 5 the other day. He was arrested. Guy in Alabama killed a cop and shot another. He was arrested. And guess what race they were? Well, Gary, see, it sucks that we live in this time that I got to preface exactly what I'm saying. The Jolly Gator. Have thought about it. Think about it. Every one of these that destroy the safety of every American and the goddamn Americans. And I just wonder why we just don't kill these effers. I mean, seriously though, you guys know that this is a bad look. This is a bad look. Where just within a week, you shot an African-American guy, a black man, over 60 times. Did not have a gun on his person. So yes, he had a gun in the car. And he's running. I've watched every single angle of all the body footage. And it's not that gory. You want to know what the most disturbing thing about the body camera footage is? The way his body jumped up and down or convulsed. That was not convulsions, people. That was the bullets running through his body that was making him jump up and down and twitch the way he was. So I can understand why people don't trust the cops sometimes. Do I have that problem? No, because I've never experienced that type of stuff. I've never experienced it. Well, you know what? I have, but it really was not as bad as getting shot 60 times. Yeah, I mean, Gary, you bring up a great point. It was 90 shots, but 60 hits. It's a weird scenario we are living in right now. It is. It is. And you know what? I'm the Jolly Gator. I'm going to get into that.
Taking him into custody. Police identified the alleged shooter as 22-year-old Robert.
This guy, holy shit. I know a lot of people probably think that I'm a weird. Come on, people. I mean, this guy had a social media footprint that was waving the biggest red flag that you could ever imagine.
E. Cremo III. He grew up in the same Chicago suburb he targeted. A number of social media posts from the suspect have been uncovered, including disturbing music videos. The attack follows a...
By the way, I did listen to some of the raps that he did before they removed a lot of them. Not good rapping, not good lyrics at all, but the beats, whoever was doing his beats were pretty goddamn good.
String of high-profile mass shootings from Buffalo to Uvalde to Tulsa, all of them involving high-powered AR-style rifles. All of it robbing residents at a local celebration of their sense of safety and security.
And this bloodshed is happening yet another American town. And if you've never heard of Highland Park, trust me when I say you know this area. This suburb has been the backdrop for several major Hollywood films, including Home Alone, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and 16.
So you're telling me this happened in the same community that John Hughes was like writing, and as far as I know, John Hughes, 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, because I know that he liked to use Chicago as a backdrop on a lot of the movies he did. This is like fucking crazy. This is the same community that they did so many of our like childhood memories and everything. I do want to hold on. I think I may have to share the screen when I do this. Hold on. Because this is connected to this is connected to, hold on, I'm waiting. Wait, come on, man. Why is this not opening up? Seriously. Hold on, guys. It's coming. Like, I don't. So, hold on. Let me move this over here. So, one of the things that I want to talk about, Mike Calta from the Cowhead show. I'm gonna say it. Cowhead. I have not done radio since 2019. I have not talked about Cowhead at all. Look at this tweet that Cowhead wrote. The shooter in Highland Park looks like at Tuddle. Now, we all saw the tattoos. We all saw everything on how this guy looks. For real. Like, and I think it's very, very weak. I think it is uncreative. That the only, and let's be honest, the only thing that I have in common with the Highland Park shooter, and if you're on YouTube or Twitch or whatever it may be, is the glasses. And this is a cosplay, because I don't think that this guy wears glasses in his regular everyday lifestyle. And I'm not going to be one of those bitches that are going to be like, oh, I'm going to sue Calta. Fuck him. You know, and I'm kind of like downplaying myself. I've not done terrestrial radio since 2019 on a full-time basis. This guy is on one of the biggest Tampa Bay radio stations. And I have not even talked about Calta. I've not texted with Calta. I've not done anything. Why is a podcaster in fucking Edgewater, Florida on his mind? Now, I know that I worked with him at some time at a little brief phase of my fucked up radio career and stuff. But just to let you know, here, let me go on Twitter right now. And I don't want anybody to think like, oh, I'm gonna report Mike Calta for what he said or whatever. No, I'm not gonna do that. But Mike Calta, or you know what, Cowhead's tweet: the shooter in Highland Park looks like at Tuddle. It has got 15 comments, 2 retweets, and 30 favorites. What I'm trying to say is that it just makes you look small, Cowhead, for you to even show. Well, see, okay, well, yeah, okay, here we go. WDO11369 says, Shannon said the same thing on his radio show today. No, and I mean, BDM XCon, well, I don't know why it won't like put anybody up. You know what? Let them talk. Ignore it. And I am. But also at the same time, I think that I can talk about it. I mean, why am I not allowed to talk about it? Yeah, I mean, that's it. You know what? Not going to talk bad about Shannon. Am I a little disappointed that Shannon would say, oh yeah, Tuddle looks like the Highland Park shooter? Does anybody else see a problem with this? Yeah, I've had my mental issues. I have. I think that I've been open and honest with every single person about the issues that I've had with my depression, my anxiety, what I've been diagnosed with, how I tried to harm myself. And now looking back on it, from the information that I just got for Shannon, and I have been cool as fuck. I've been cool. And I would look like the biggest hypocrite if I was going to go after Calta or Cowhead at the same time and not like give Shannon the same type of treatment. But fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Shannon's going to say that I look like the Highland Park shooter. Fuck you, buddy. Shannon, you're the biggest motherfucking hypocrite in the world. And guess what? I'm working other jobs right now. And guess what? I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate. I don't need to be on anybody's radio show. I'm happy doing the podcast that I'm doing right now. And what I'm saying, Shannon, you could suck my dick. But guess what? You might like that a little bit too much. Wink, wink. You're going to tell me that I look like the Highland Park shooter? Fuck you, buddy. You tried to shoot your wife. You know, like, I don't get it. You guys all think Shannon's some type of big guy and Calta some type of big guy. I'm not scared of any of those motherfuckers. I'm not. I'm not scared of them. And I know this is going to ruin any chance that I have of being on Florida Man Radio, but I don't give a fuck. Making the most money that I have ever made in my life. I got full insurance. I got full medical, full dental, full vision. And you know what? It's pretty goddamn, it makes me feel great because I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm happy just doing the podcast that I'm doing right now. So what I'm trying to say is that, and the funny thing is that none of these motherfuckers that want to talk shit, that want to say something. No, you know what? I fuck you, fuck Calta, fuck Cowhead, whatever their names is, Shannon Burke. You guys all think that he's some type of right-wing conservative. Yeah, do a little bit of research. He used to be one of the most liberal motherfuckers that you would ever find back in the day. Shannon's all about which way the wind blows. Thing is, Shannon wouldn't say that shit to my face. A lot of these assholes haven't seen me in a while. They think that I'm that same loser that's an alcoholic, out of shape and stuff. Fuck that. Fuck that at all. You know, everybody thinks Calta's a tough guy. Fuck him. Really, fuck Calta. Fuck Cowhead, whatever he's going by now. The guy is a fat, obese piece of shit. And trust me, he might be able to beat my ass and most likely will. But guess what? I'm going to get at least one shot that's going to break his nose. And I've not understood. I've never, ever understood what Shannon's. What is Shannon Burke's axe to grind with me? I have never, ever understood that. I never, ever understood that because hey, thank you, David Rivera. And you know what? I used to be like, oh, I can't talk about this. I can't talk about that. Because I was worried if I was ever going to be back on terrestrial radio. Fuck that. I don't need terrestrial radio. I don't need it. I mean, let's be honest. Let's not act like Shannon Burke is being heard in front of more people than like he might have more people that listen to him, but it's not a lot more. That signal that's over in Orlando is one of the weakest goddamn signals that you're ever going to hear. Radio, I mean, Iggy T is right. Radio is dead. And David Rivera coming in with $20. You know, see, that is the thing that I love about this new job is I don't need to go back to radio. I don't need to go back to terrestrial radio. I'm making more money than I have ever made in my life. I got full medical, I got full vision, I got full dental. And I don't need to suck off the teat of anybody. And I'm not saying anything bad about Bubba, and I know that this conversation is probably going to fuck any of my chances. But guess what? I don't want to be on Florida Man Radio. I don't need to be on Florida Man Radio. And you know what? I'll go so far as I don't understand why I got to kneel at the altar of Shane Reeves. And I'm going all in. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't even know who the fuck Shane Reeves is. He might just be some like part-time salesman that used to work at iHeartRadio or Clear Channel at the time. And guess what, Shane? I'm sorry that if I did something to hurt your feelings. But guess what? Fuck you, Shane. I'm tired of trying to make things right. I've been trying it for so long. But double tall man, Shane Reeves, I don't know why you think you're better than me. I've never done anything wrong to say anything, but yeah, fuck you, Shane Reeves. Fuck Shannon Burke. The only person that's worth a fuck on Florida Man Radio, it's Bubba and Ed Till. Those are the only two with radio talent. Shannon Burke. Hey, guess what? If I shot my significant other, I'd still be in fucking jail right now. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, figure it out. Really, figure it out. You guys don't think that it is one of the most hypocritical bullshit things that they try to sell you about Shannon Burke, Mr. Conservative Republican? He shot his wife in the head. Oh yeah, that is real Christian-like. And you want to say that I look like the Highland Park shooter? And I know, like, I've just completely eviscerated any chance that I have at being with Bubba or Florida Man. You know what? Fuck you. I don't want to be with you guys. Signal's so bad, I don't even think people in Pine Hills could listen. So I'm just gonna like move on from this whole situation. Matter of fact, I'm so fired up right now, I might just like call it a night. But like, I haven't been on terrestrial radio. I've been cool. I've been cool as fuck. About a year and a half. And you know what? I'm putting Burke and Cowhead in the same boat. It's just weak. Just do better, guys. Just do better. That's all I'm begging. If it's a funny joke, I'll put it over. But you guys are just stretching, and it makes you look pathetic as fuck. That you're comparing a shooter to a guy that's not even on your level. Let's break this down before I go. For real. I've been doing a podcast since I tried to hang myself. I tried to kill myself. And other radio guys, because I have not been on terrestrial radio and on a regular basis in quite some time. And you guys are still talking about me? What the fuck does that say about you? What, for real, what does that say about you? And Burke's got a lot of people fooled. He's a paper tiger. I mean, he might fucking just shoot me dead. He might. But if it just came to a physical altercation, once again, you guys think, see, these radio people that I've worked with in the past still think that I'm that way. I've made so many personal improvements in my life. I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm not saying I'm some type of tough guy, but guess what? Burke wouldn't say that to my face. Cowhead wouldn't say that to my face. So fuck them. Fuck them. And I'm not going to talk about them anymore. I'm not going to think about them anymore, but fuck them. I've dealt with bullies all my life. And I'm not trying to be some type of tough guy. I hate conflict. I hate personal conflict where it's down to words. I hate physical conflict. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not scared of any of you guys. You guys all thought that you had some type of power over me back in the day. And I know that this is going to ruin any chance of being with Bubba. But guess what? Bubba actually appreciated my talent. Shannon didn't. Fuck Shannon. Calta didn't appreciate my talent. Fuck Cowhead. And the one thing I will say about Bubba is a professional. Burke, you weren't anything at Real Radio until Kevin came on the show. You weren't. You were like putting out some shitty ass fucking content at that time. Till Soul Brother Kevin came and saved your ass. And then you shot your wife and you got fired. and you spent a very minimal time in prison or jail. But we all know, and I'm not going to throw this other person under the bus, but we all know why you didn't spend a lot of time in jail, Burke. Oh, jailbird, jail Burke. Yo, jail Burke. I know, you know, a lot of people know why you didn't spend that much time in there. We know that. We all know that. And Cowhead, just leave me the fuck alone. I'm happy just doing what I'm doing, making money, helping take care of my mom, and just trying to live my life. And Bubba Love Sponge, I apologize. I apologize if I'm talking bad about your colleague that you work with on Florida Man Radio, but I'm sorry, Bubba. You've done a lot of things to go after people, and that's why you're the man. That is why you are a legend in radio. But I'm not that person anymore that's just going to sit around and just allow somebody to talk shit. Fuck him. And that's it. And Bubba, here, you know who I'm going to apologize to? I'm going to apologize to Bubba. I'm going to apologize to Blitz. I'm going to apologize to Anna. I'm going to apologize to Lummox. Besides that, everybody can just fuck off. Burke, if you're going to talk shit about me, and if you want to come at me a little bit more, Burke, I know more stuff. I know more stuff, Burke. Don't push me. Do not push me at all. And Cowhead, same thing goes for you. So, gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Hopefully you guys stay safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.